Hello friends, we've been kind of stuck in the house this week. We've had a cold or some kind of virus, who knows. But anyway, it's been a good opportunity to kind of look through some maps here. These are topographical maps, Topo for short. And I'm not an expert map reader by any means, and I just want to clear that up. But I'd like to kind of go over the map with you a little bit and tell you what I do know there. Maybe show you a few things that might help you in when you're out there in them woods there. Yeah, we've had a little cold this week. We had a couple of visitors came, and I think one of them had a cold or the flu or something. But anyway, it's been a really good opportunity to go over some maps, topo maps. And I can show you where first of all, this is where I went to get them. Right here. Hope you can see that, and I hope it shows up. Been having a real tough time making a video here lately, but anyway, I got them at Montgomery Soil and Water Conservation District, and I'm sure there's a conservation district in your county, and I live in Montgomery County in the state of Ohio, in the town of Miamisburg. But there's a few things that are interesting in this town, and there's something that I'm looking for. First of all, I found an old root cellar that I did not know was there all of my life. And I was in a little place where I grew up here in this town, and there's a patch of woods that's still left there. They haven't developed it yet. Whether they will or not is debatable. There's a couple of huge gas lines that runs across it, so maybe that's why they haven't built homes on it yet. But here's a 1955 of that area, and it's this area right up here. 1955 map. Real quick. Here's one of 1965. And in the maps, there's been some changes over the years. And here is a 2019 of that same place, right up here. But there's something I'm looking for. And it's, I don't know, can you see it or not, but in this area, there are 3 little ponds. 2 of them have dried up and turned to marsh, but there's still one there. And there's a couple of old stone basements to houses or whatever they were with a well. Both of them have a well. I found one the last time I was in there. And when I went in, I went left when I should have went right, or I went up when I should have went down. I'm not sure what happened, but I got all turned around, and it was quite muddy. And I was on that gas line. It's a trail there, but I did get some from them. I got some photos of the place. Here's another one. I have a bunch of them. But anyway, to kind of give you some idea of the people were very good, very kind to help me. And I did get the bigger map from them, and that's the one you're really after, is the bigger map. But we'll go over that in a minute. But there is some basements to some old dwellings there. And I've seen them several times. I think the first time I seen them was in 1965. I would have been about 10 years old. The 1955 one, that's the year I was born. And then we have the 2019 map. And real quick, all these maps I got online. PDF, you can make your own map. You can look it up in your county and bring up any section of land that either you're not familiar with or you're familiar with. And if you like to hunt and fish, a topographical map will tell you everything that is on that piece of property. All the squiggly lines, the little dots and dips and rivers and streams, ponds, lakes, everything is on that map. Everything that they can get on there. Now on these particular maps, the basement of those homes should be on there. But when I was 10 years old, there were trees growing up in the basement of these old houses. They were about that big around. 50 years later, they're huge, and it's probably hiding the basement. But we're going to go back. It's on my bucket list. I want to see them one more time. And when you get the topographical map, you have to have a map reading chart. And the chart will tell you everything that's on that map. I'll give you an example. Like this oval is a track, racetrack. And there's, I don't know if you can read it or not, but there's that one. And then here's another one that tells you the things that are on that map. And you got your map chart, your symbol chart. There's symbols on the map, and there's symbols. Once you learn the symbols, you can read the map pretty much. And buildings, churches, built areas, racetracks, airports, landing strips, wells, tanks, covered reservoirs, gag station, I don't have a clue what that is, landmarks, campgrounds, cemeteries. Once you learn, you get your chart, you learn how to read the symbols, you can read the topo map. And you'll be surprised of actually how easy it is. But there is this one area that I do want to go into. Now I have it kind of marked off here, and I'll show you a few other things on this map that you might find interesting. And I also have some photos, and I'm going to maybe spark your interest in learning how to read a topographical map. I know there's a lot of hunters and fishermen out there, fisherwomen, hunting women, and bushcrafters, homesteaders. It doesn't hurt to be able to learn to read that piece of land you're on. So let me show you on the map here a few things. Alright, I don't want to make the video too long, but that's some of the aerial photos that I got. And I got the map symbol chart off the internet. I got these maps off the internet as well. Or my granddaughter did for me. Put them over there. But this is the map that I got from the Soil and Water. And once again, I'll show you their card. And that's were some fine people. They were more than willing to spend the time with me and help me. And I obtained this map from them. And this is the map that I've been after. And you can order these maps online. You just have to kind of look them up where you want to be. But I grew up in this area right in here. And this is just part. The maps come in sections. You don't get the whole entire town. You have to buy maybe 4 or 5 or 6 maps to get the whole city where you're at. But I'm particularly interested in this area right here. And this is where I grew up, in this area, right in here. And you can see on the map, this is a 1965 issue. That's where I found the root cellar. And right in between the pipelines there, that's where those basements are at. We're not going to find them on the map. I think the vegetation has grown up that they won't even print out. Only this one pond is still there. The other 2 have dried up, turned to marshes. But I am familiar with this whole area right there. I sure would like to find those basements. But real quick, I'll show you something most interesting here in this little town. If you look, I don't want to make it too blurry, right there, there's an old Indian mound, a huge Indian mound, and it's on the map right there. But there's buildings. The little black dots are buildings. And again, once you read that chart, you'll be able to identify what's on that map. And again, here is the chart. And once you learn how to read that chart, and I'll give you an example, like the buildings. If we look here, there's buildings. You can see how much it's been built over since 1955. But I just thought it would be interesting to kind of look. These buildings are no longer there. That was an old paper mill. It's gone. It's all been torn down. That sewage disposal is still there. Those pipelines are still there. And like I say, only this little section is left. And I'm going to go explore one more time, see if I can't find them old basements. I found the one. Real quick. I found the one was right there, right in that area. And I know the other 2 have got to be between these 2 pipelines. But anyway, I hope I haven't bored you too much. Topographical maps are most interesting. Once you learn with the charts right there to read the symbols on the map, you can maneuver your way around on any piece of land. All the squiggly lines, all I can tell you is they'll come to you. And hope you enjoyed the video. I don't want to make it too boring, but again, you can go to your Soil and Water Conservation District, and I'm sure they'll help you out with a topographical map. Let me say God bless to you. Thanks for coming by and watching the video, and we'll catch you in the next one.